talk about the book because I'm curious about your thoughts on how it ties to the election. The new book, From Wall Street to the White House and Back Here. I'm curious, what is one thing that you know from your time in the White House about President Trump that you think that voters should know heading into November?
Listen, there's 40 of us. I was with Secretary Esper this week. I was with General Milley. General Kelly's a personal friend of mine. There are 40 of us that have spoken out about the danger of Donald Trump returning to the White House. The Vice President of the United States for the 4 years prior, Mike Pence, has spoken out about this. He was on the ballot with the president. So I submit to the two of you and your viewers and listeners, if we worked at a car company and we told you the car was not manufactured properly, it was going to blow up and kill your family, are you getting in the car? If we worked at a pharmaceutical company and told you, hey, that pill's going to kill you. So you've got 40 people that were in the cabinet, sub-cabinet, assistants to the president, are telling you how dangerous he is, or telling you how unpredictable he is, how irrational the decision-making is. He's also stating publicly, he used in his advertising recently the words unified Reich. I mean, who does that in the United States? He's saying publicly that he wants to deport 15 million people. Okay, you just got to stop and think about what he's saying. He wants to go after people like you guys in the media. If you don't agree with him, he has said publicly he wants to pull FCC licenses from people that don't agree with him. He told two of his defense attorneys, both of which left his defense, that he wants to use the FBI as the Gestapo. Now, the good news is he doesn't understand history, he doesn't read books, he doesn't even know what that word means, the Gestapo. So we got a lot of people on Wall Street that like him. They think that the short-termism of those business policies are going to help the country. But what has been great about this country is the predictabilities of the law and the subordination of all of us to the law. And the founder set up a system that said no one person could have that amount of power. And so he talks about unitary executive power, and he's got guys on his team from the Heritage Foundation but believe in that. So go read about unitary executive power and read their 1,000-page plan for what they want to do for America, and it's going to make America different than the country we grew up in. And so I will take policies from the Biden administration that I disagree with, and I'll sweat out those policies, okay, in order to get to a younger, smarter, center-right candidate.
So, Andy, I'm going to ask you, because when you take a look at the polls right now, his messaging...
I was about as diplomatic as I've ever been,
that was
by the
very,
way, okay?
We're impressed.
I mean, if this was like MSNBC, I would have probably been hitting him a lot harder. I just want to point that out.
But why is it, though, his messaging still registering with voters? And then what does that ultimately tell us about what the messaging should be at this point, maybe more so from the Biden administration?
Listen, the Biden administration is placating the hard left. You got to give President Trump credit. He's moving to the middle. He is, and even his hard right wants to ban abortion in the country. They want to stop IVF. He knows this. He's out there saying, "Hey, we got to cut that nonsense out." So, President Trump, former President Trump, tacking to the middle. The Biden administration is still placating the hard left. It's a very big mistake for them, and this is why the sentiment has changed in favor of President Trump.
All right, Andy Scaramucci, we wish we had more time. Thanks so much for joining us
here. This
was
almost as long as my White House tenure. I'm very happy.
Founder of Skybridge Capital, and
you.
Also congratulations on your new book, From Wall Street to the White House and Back. We really appreciate the time.
Good to be here with you guys. Thank you.